It's Monday, the 20th of December 2021. Welcome to the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed, where we give you the top 5 business stories you need to know in just 5 minutes. I'm Michael Thompson, and good morning, Sean Aylmer.
Morning, Michael.
All right, 5 stories in 5 minutes. Let's get into it. Story number 1 today, Sean, it's really the story that everybody's talking about at the moment because COVID cases are surging as everybody's holding their breath in the run into Christmas.
Exactly. New South Wales recorded more than 2,500 COVID cases yesterday. There were almost as many on Saturday. About 20% of those are the Omicron variant. Hospitalisation rates haven't jumped yet. That's the good news. And the number of people in intensive care remains relatively low. Pressure's building on the New South Wales Premier Dominic Perrottet to reintroduce QR check-ins and make mask wearing mandatory for indoor environments. The surge is hurting business. Hospitality venues have reported booking cancellations as people try and avoid being at risk ahead of Christmas. And certainly in many regions of New South Wales, rapid antigen tests are in very short supply. It's coming as a number of cases surge overseas. The Netherlands has imposed a nationwide shutdown. France, Cyprus and Austria have tightened travel restrictions. Denmark's closed many venues. In Ireland, pubs are closing at 8 p.m. That is serious, isn't it? In the US, the numbers are surging. All in all, it's going to be a very, very anxious lead into Christmas for many, many people.
Yeah, sure will be. Story number 2 today, Sean, and we've got some interesting stats from the Bureau of Statistics, where else I suppose, but it says that more than 40% of employed people were working from home during August.
That's right. I suppose it's not really surprising given lockdown, so it's interesting to look at the types of jobs that worked from home. Almost 2/3 of managers and professionals were staying at home regularly, but only 25% of other occupations. What hasn't changed is when people work. We talk about flexibility, but people are still mostly working Monday to Friday. In August this year, there were fewer low-paid workers than before the pandemic, 4 million compared to 4.5 million. What that shows is that low-paid workers were particularly hard hit by shutdowns. And Michael, the median employee earnings was $1,200 per week, up $50 since a year earlier, and the median hourly earnings rate remained at $36 per hour.
All right. Story number 3. There's been a big survey done of Australian company directors. This was by the Australian Institute of Company Directors. Makes sense. And it was looking at the issues that directors are worried about. Now, I would have thought COVID would be top of the list, but it wasn't.
It wasn't. It comes in at number 3. The 2 really big issues facing business are workforce shortages and cyber security. It shows that companies and businesses are really looking beyond COVID. And even as Omicron variant spreads, people are looking beyond that to see what are the big issues for the rest of 2022. The other 3 issues, well, the third one, as mentioned, was COVID. The fourth one was climate change. And then Australia's relationship with China. They're the big 5 challenges for corporate Australia. The survey of more than 1,600 directors finds that overall directors are pretty upbeat about the outlook for business and for the Australian economy.
Okay, story number 4 now, and it's been almost a year since Donald Trump left the White House, but the wall that he started building to prevent people crossing the Mexican border illegally is being restarted.
Yes, one of the first things Joe Biden did as president was cancel the building of the wall. Since then, there's been a flood of unauthorised immigrants coming across the border. Some of the stories and pictures are really quite harrowing. As a result, the state of Texas has decided to restart the building of the wall.
And just staying in the United States for story number 5 this morning, Deputy Prime Minister Barnaby Joyce has been cleared to return to Australia after self-isolating there for 10 days.
Yes, it must be a great relief for the Deputy PM. He, of course, tested positive for COVID-19 and has been in a Washington hotel. Mr. Joyce, not surprisingly, said he's very, very happy to be coming home. He also explained he couldn't use the gymnasium in the hotel, of course, because he was in isolation, but he was allowed to run up and down the corridor, which he did so listening to some of his favourite music. Michael, guess what Barnaby Joyce's favourite music is?
Okay, if I had to take a punt, I'll say Lee Kernaghan, Billy Ray Cyrus and Troy Cassar-Daley.
They're very good guesses, but totally wrong. Red Hot Chili Peppers, The Doors and the Rolling Stones. Our Deputy PM is a rocker.
I would never have guessed that. Thank you for teaching me something, Sean.
You're welcome.
All right, that's it. The top 5 business stories in 5 minutes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael.
It's Monday, the 20th of December, 2021. Remember to hit follow on the podcast. And if you'd like something a little bit longer, then you can find our full daily podcast called Fear and Greed on your podcast platform. I'm Michael Thompson, and that was the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed. Have a great day.